Hey, it's your boy. Welcome back to another recording of Check Please, the D&D podcast.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so last time, the party was inside a fissure looking for MacGuffinite in the southern part of the Steam Isle.
It wasn't a good time.
It was a bad time, was had
terrible.
by all. In fact, Markus was pulled into some lava, into some magma, and
Lava.
No, I know. I'm just being weird. It's fine. And
Rock
Wasn't he
slushy.
submerged into magma under the lava? Is
I
that how
mean,
it works?
is magma under lava? I don't know.
Is
Probably
it?
not.
I don't know.
I believe definitionally
All right,
magma has to
all right.
be
We're not
within solid rock.
geologists,
So
guys.
it's fine. I'm also not a geologist. So the important thing to note is that he took 20 d6 fire damage, nearly died, and he came out horribly disfigured. And that's pretty much where we're starting.
And we're all pretty hurting on the spells area.
Mm-hmm,
I'm guessing.
That we are.
And
Soul's
yeah.
got Marcus's body, in their arms, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Markus, you have been pulled from the lava. Your body has been racked with horrible burns and injuries.
Yes.
It's damaged a lot of your clothing, your armor and weapons. A lot of your items have been destroyed, and you have taken almost entirely, full body burns over your skin.
Ow. No. No, Markus is going to be... That was hot.
Soul's cradling Marcus's body currently.
Markus, are you alive?
So.
Yeah?
I didn't eat him.
I'm well aware you're here and not in a different body.
I didn't eat him.
Guys, we gotta get him up. We gotta go somewhere. Get him healed.
If Archie does not pick Markus up, Vera will pick him up.
I was gonna suggest that Archie does. Archie, can you get them mental heal? Killian?
Archie nods.
I know his character is still up, but I'd like to... I think he would pass out from the amount of pain from this.
Okay, that's fair. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and roll a fortitude save.
Sure.
And this should have a lot of penalties in it from your con damage, so we'll see how it rolls. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Markus definitely, he's going to pass out. So that was a 2 adjusted 10, which is not enough for the amount of pain that he just dealt with, and he just sort of fades out. Archie
But not
reaches...
away.
No, not away. Archie reaches his arms down and is ready to receive the halfling from Soul.
Soul looks worried at first to hand him over because it's just mama bear mode right now. And then they reluctantly give Markus to Archie.
Archie handles the tiny body with a lot of care, sort of reminding you of how Archie's been with his puppy recently. And just kind of
everyone.
very carefully cradles this up to his chest. Looks very concerned. As much as he can look concerned without the ability to make facial expressions.
We gotta go, guys. Should we go to Lovette's hometown, or what's the plan?
Well, how is he doing?
He looks like a chicken nugget.
What the fuck is a chicken nugget?
I don't know!
Extra crispy.
Grotesque sword.
Well, let's get out of here first before any more of those serpent things come out.
Agreed. Let's head over to the rope and get out of here.
I'll go retrieve my coat and my gloves. Burnt to shit coat. Should I link these now, or should I wait till we get the...
Should you
the
what?
I pull out the tunic fork.
When we get out of the cave.
Wait till
So-
we have to wait till then. Do we want
It's
to be
better to
shooting
wait
these?
out there.
Yeah, we don't
Get
know
in
if
here.
the sound will
Isn't it
come
better,
out properly.
Them to
Let's
wait
just get
after
moving.
this? Yes, to go. Alright, fine.
Alright, so the party makes it back to the main room, the starting room rather, and it is a large room. It's about 40 feet by 40 feet across, a lot of crystal outcroppings, and a small lava pool in the southwest part of the room. There is an area in the center where there's a little bit of light coming down, natural light from a crack in the ceiling, and there is currently, I believe, did you have a rope heading down that?
Yeah.
Or did you all fly down?
Well, we flew down, but we tied a rope down so he could get out.
Okay,
Yep.
so there is a rope there. So if you want to climb out, make a climb check. If you want to fly out, explain your ability to fly.
Archibald can just fly with Markus.
Agreed.
Can Karis reach the rope?
Karis can reach the rope, yes. I'm going to have Archie make a fly check here.
My climb check was 16.
Because flying straight up is not easy.
Ooh, that was a 3.
Yeah. You and I just rolled the same thing. That was fun. I wonder if I can I reveal that?
I thought he had really good fly.
For a rabbi.
No, his fly is currently a -2. Since fly is a dex skill, he gets a
And he's big now.
fairly significant penalty to that based on his size. Archie tries to fly straight up, and he's not really able to get enough air under his wings to lift straight up. So he can attempt again.
Okay. Keep it up, buddy. Go for it again. That wasn't much better.
6. Wow.
He tries again, and this time he gets like a little bit off the ground and then lands again. He looks a bit frustrated.
Why don't
Okay,
you
please
just
wait down.
ball up Archie?
Wait. So how are we getting Markus out of here?
I can carry him out.
Okay.
And Vera will transform into a horse-sized bee.
Well, you still do have Mellifera's boon form active.
It just seems like it'd be easier to carry in that form.
Okay, I mean he's a small creature, so you can carry him with no problem in your current form.
I know.
Okay, you just want to be a
No,
horse
that's fine.
size.
That's fine.
I have four uses of
Okay.
it.
Okay.
In that case, you become a horse-sized bee.
Since I've called Archibald, I'm going to use one of my uses of Summon Monster to create a giant mechanical wasp and have that carry me out.
Okay.
I was gonna say if we went with the your horse-sized bee, Marcus would wake up and go disgusting and fall back.
And Vera would throw you straight into the lava.
The
Yeah,
lava.
don't insult Vera currently. You're lucky she's carrying you.
Yeah, really though. I was curious as to how Vera was going to feel about this. I was wondering if she was going to be like, "Why didn't you just leave him in there?"
Anyways,
Moira's still in there.
does my climb check work? It
Let's
was a
see.
16.
Okay, Soul, you are able to climb up the rope with no problem.
Thank you.
All right, so Karis is going to attempt and probably fail. yeah. Karis just lacks the upper body strength to climb a rope. She kind of looks embarrassed.
Oh, I'll tell my wasp to go down and get her after I'm up at the top.
Am I strong enough to have Karis be on my back while I'm going up the rope?
It'd be a little bit difficult for you with all your other gear on.
Yeah, but can I?
Give me a strength check.
No, you can't.
Also, wouldn't you fucking die?
You would die.
Okay, sorry, jeez.
No, because it's
Question.
carrots.
Oh, that's
right.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries, we're
You'd
trying to
have
save
done,
your life. Yeah, I guess my wasp will have trouble with that too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Karis looks kind of
Karis just has to keep trying, I guess.
Oh.
Can you
No,
just tie the
yeah,
rope
tie
around
the rope around her, yeah.
her waist? Yeah.
Oh,
And then-
okay.
And then we just heave
Uh,
her up.
Heave her up. Okay.
The rope is 10 feet above the ground, if I recall.
Oh boy.
Already said it was
okay.
long enough. You didn't have to be specific. We
No,
could've
you're
gotten
right.
away
It
with
was
this.
10 feet off the ground. So, okay. In that case, you can't reach it anyway.
I was jumping. I'm tall.
So,
You want me to do acrobatics? I can do that.
Can I drop Marcus off at the top?
yes. You fly Marcus out, and he exits the dungeon successfully.
There he goes.
So 21 for my acrobatics to jump up and get the rope.
I feel like we should have thought about this ahead of time.
Okay. You're able to set up a couple of crystals to jump up off of, and you're easily able to make it up to the rope.
Thank you. I got that buff strength, though.
Okay, how are you
Boom!
getting
Boom!
We're not using any ones today. All of the big stuff is in algaes.
Well, I figure maybe since I just got up, we can undo the rope since Vera just dropped off Marcus and just have her go down with the rope and then tie it to Karis ties it to herself and then Vera uses the rope to fly Karis up.
So that's going to work out. I think no checks required, actually, since the bee form is capable of hovering and flying vertically. So make a strength check, Vera.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Nice!
Wow.
Wah, 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 wah. All right, cool.
Vera just goes boom.
Right?
Yo.
It's as if Karis weighs nothing at all, and you easily haul her out of there with no problem.
Oh,
So the party escapes the dungeon, and you find yourselves back on a ashen flat between a couple of craggy mountains. It is now roughly, let's see, we're going to say it's about 11 a.m., and there's sort of clouds gathering in the sky. You think it might rain soon.
bring it, Lovette.
Pull it out of my coat, bring the tuning fork.
All right, Lovette pulls out the tuning fork and strikes it against a rock, and it makes a strange warbling noise that seems to cut right through your brain. It feels real strange, and the sound just sort of keeps going and going and going and going, and right as you think you're going to go crazy from the sound, it finally slows down and fades away. The silence is only a few seconds long until you can hear the airship Agile descending from the sky as it breaks through the clouds that are forming and swoops in to hover about 10 feet above you.
Is there a ladder coming down for us?
Yeah, there's a rope ladder being tossed over the side as you see a gnome looking down over the edge. Ahoy there!
We
the
all
rain
look so
stops,
concerned.
I think Lovette would be start making an alcohol circle around like the perimeter, like the landing zone.
All right, Archie goes up first with Markus.
Archie makes a noise in understanding and hauls Markus up to the deck of the ship.
Karis, you go next.
Okay.
There's a lot move. Move.
Nothing's moved.
Buzz, buzz.
That's right, Vera. Buzz, buzz.
How dare you say that to me?
What, buzz?
All right. The party hauls themselves up the rope ladder or flies on board, and a moment later, you find yourselves safe and secure on the deck of the Agile as it takes off into the sky again. Calcutic looks over the lot of you and says, "Well, you all look terrible.
Yeah.
What happened?"
Spiders and lizard men from a different plane. The lizard men took Markus and pulled him underneath lava. And we didn't find the crystal we needed.
Wait,
So my time limit sounds real good.
You didn't find the MacGuffinite?
Not
No,
yet.
we-
We needed retreat.
We need to do medical stuff for Markus. Look at him.
Oh, dear.
And Soul gestures to Archie to show Markus to Cal.
Archie looks really protective and doesn't want to share Markus.
Oh,
It's okay.
baby.
Well, so where should we set course then?
Lovette, it's your choice. We can either go to the nearest village, or we can just take care of what we need to in Whaler Cog right now.
I don't know.
It's 11 a.m. We have to have a rest at some point anyways. I don't think... How long is it to get to Whaler Cog from here with your ship, Cal?
Oh, less than an hour.
Yeah, I'd say we take care of that now and then just leave once we're done in the mines later. But that's up to you, Lovette.
Well, I don't think I'm ready for that decision.
My decision is, let's not kill you. I would much rather it if we just sneak around, personally.
I'm going through a lot of scenarios in my head of what we could do and how this could go. But I haven't really come to a decision.
Okay.
I think so. There are some people. I right now. I just want to make sure that we didn't kill Markus. That's all I can think about. But I don't know. There are some people who maybe deserve to see the revenge acted out if it's going to work in our benefit anyway. And we may be able to draw some people out that need to be exposed for what they've done.
Lovette, I'm gonna say something really honestly, and it's not really against you, but you're doing the circle talk again, and I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, really?
You're being too vague. Tell me what the plan is.
I think that it should be a backup plan.
What? Killing you?
Yes.
Okay.
If we are in a
That's
situation
fine.
where they will let you go under my surrender,
We've already gotten out of jail before together.
It's true.
You
I
and
don't
me,
know.
we can do anything.
We've had a little bit of help that time.
Well,
And,
I can still
we don't-
change your identity.
Yeah, well, we weren't exactly accused of anything at that time either.
That's true, which makes this so much easier.
I don't necessarily follow.
What
But,
I've learned in our
I-
time of
I-
traveling is that things will be okay as long as we try really hard. And then Soul gives a stupid thumbs up.
I'm not exactly eager to die either, I should say.
Good, because we just saw what Markus looked like while dying,
Yes,
so...
yeah, that's part of it. I really thought that was going to be it. But I also realized how close it could be, and we are heading potentially straight into the belly of the beast, as bad as this place was.
Do you mind if I make a decision right now?
I don't know, that's kind of big.
I'm literally going to tell Cal we're going to Whaler Cog, if you don't
Okay.
say anything.
Okay,
Are you okay with that?
just do it.
We're going to Whaler Cog, Cal!
You got it, Soul! Calcutic spins the wheel and the ship turns hard to the left. You begin flying to the north.
We have a plan A and a plan B.
Yes.
And they're both pretty complicated, and we are really tired and we have an hour to figure them out, so let's get to it.
Alright, so I still have claim identity as a plan. This would involve me taking over a similar appearance to you. More than likely, I'll probably look like your mom, but with red hair.
That is real. But I don't know if I'm still an unusual height that stands out quite a bit. I mean, I suppose we all are, but
That's why I was thinking we could say you're a halfling.
Lovette kind of grimaces at the thought of it.
Wow.
But she's like, I suppose we could. Yeah, would Markus want to be a gnome? I'm just saying.
So...
I mean, they call me Halfling in school sometimes, but they meant it differently.
You're going to look very nondescript as a person. You can blend in very easily with what the spell's going to do to you. So, halfling?
Does it change the clothes?
No, but your clothes look like, I mean...
yeah, they look like they walked into a file.
Well, we all kind of look like shit, so...
So what are we going to do about that? I think if we are planning on stealth, the two things we need to know are where are we going and what order are we doing things.
Okay, well, first and foremost, we need to find medical care for Markus.
Well, that is going to be complicated, but I suppose if we can... Well, because, I mean, we cannot exactly go to a temple or a hospital and just, like... without them noticing, and also have a patient there without them knowing. They can't operate, help Markus and also not know he's there. We have to give our presence away.
Do you think they'd actually recognize a crispy Markus?
Yeah.
It's not that they would recognize him, they would recognize him as the crispy dude. They would be like a bunch of fucking weirdos show. Like, is he gonna go in on his own? It's just like, be like, hey, by the way, I have 7th degree burns. Can you guys help me?
No, we were gonna take him.
Right. So then that means that we would have to interact with the staff, which means that somebody would know we're there. We could not go invisible, you know?
Well, I mean, we'd probably have one person stay with him. I'd assume, like, maybe Karis, because she's kind of, you know, useless.
I mean, we could always go to Brittlemore instead.
Wow.
She's not useless.
She plans on killing you. She gave me a zombie eye. Most of her plans have been terrible so far.
First of all, the zombie eye worked out better than the new one.
How dare you?
I can repair your clothes if you'd like.
Well,
yeah, you guys have mending spells.
I can mend these up, but they don't.
I think the issue is that you think people are going to recognize you by your clothes.
Well, so that too.
What are you, an anime character?
No, what is that? How do you know about this?
That's deep in gnomish society.
No, I was gonna make a joke about Kintao picture scrolls at some point, but
that's true. That's true.
She definitely has a collection of those in her room.
So you're a gnome taku, is what you're saying?
Oh,
that's not even fair.
Can Beardy take damage for that one?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll take damage for that one.
Okay.
Is there a reason we're going to Whalercog instead of the Brittlemore?
Because it's an hour away, and I wanted to take care of the whole grave robbing thing, rest up, and then, you know, go back to the mines.
And if we have an opportunity, I would like to see my parents just once.
So, how about this? While I have claim identity on you, you can go talk to them while I'm working on getting Markus into a hospital. We'll leave him there for a while we do secret invisibility stuff. Me and Vera are very stealthy. So we'll take...
look like me when I'm talking to them?
I thought the whole point was that you didn't want to look like you at all during your time in Whalercog.
I mean, we don't have to see them.
I'd say go for it. They'll know your voice.
I suppose.
Just don't talk to anyone else.
I suppose that could work.
We'll leave Markus and Karis in the hospital. Me and Vera will, while we're putting Markus in the hospital, you'll go to your parents. Me and Vera will pick you up from your parents. You'll tell us where to go, and then we'll go and get the body parts.
Okay.
Does this plan not make sense? I don't know.
Makes sense, yes.
Okay.
I'm just,
Look, if we hadn't had crispy chicken lava a second ago, I'd be saying, we'll do this, later. But...
I'm not, it is sooner than I was prepared for, but I'm not sure that I could really be ready for this at all.
Vera will turn back into herself.
Alright.
I mean, we could just stop at another place and then go to Whalercog.
What?
That way it's not, a problem dropping off Markus.
Oh, I understand. Well, I'm not so concerned about that. I just thought we'd rather keep my face when I meet my parents and stay a little stuck on that. This is probably the last time they're going to see me.
Look, I've got 3 charges of that spell. Technically, I could dispel it halfway through, but...
I don't need to make you do that. I don't need to script the plans more than I already do.
Look, It's either you do claim identity with me and see your parents, or you stay in the ship and you don't at all.
I see. I agree. I know that we are not necessarily on board this plan B, but can we plan that out a little bit? Where are we getting the diamonds? And
We might be able to get diamonds from my family, but it's iffy. I know we
How
could
iffy?
probably at least get one.
if you are to put it to a percentage, how iffy are we looking?
I can get one more than like,
Okay.
and I think we kind of need that one for a different thing.
For what different thing?
The original plan, where it didn't involve you dying, but we still need the diamond for the whole reason we're getting the body parts, you know?
Well, I think we can procure more diamonds by then. I have no illusions that this would be a quick or easy matter. It's already taken too long. But also, if we're going to get more diamonds, we might as well get them locals of us. So I don't have a lot of ideas. If my whole show was Archibald back last time we were home turned out as well as it felt like it did, and it maybe overshadowed my mistakes, then my family might have diamonds. They might be doing quite well, but I'm not going
Okay.
to announce that.
Well, when you go and see them, ask them.
I will, of course.
Vera motions to Archie to give Markus to her.
To whom? Me?
Archie to give Markus to Vera.
Oh, to Vera.
Yeah.
I understand.
Archie looks a little bit concerned for a second, but eventually relents and very carefully passes Markus over.
Vera takes Markus downstairs.
Archie is like touching his fingers nervously.
Soul looks suspiciously at Vera when she does this.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Are you not going to be in this plan, Vera? I guess your diamonds aren't really a thing, are they?
I mean, they're needed.
Wait, I get wait first.
Say it! Say it, motherfucker!
But diamonds are a girl's best friend!
There it is.
Wow.
I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy too.
You ruined D&D forever.
Yep.
Well, what do you need me to do in the plan? Do you need me to retrieve the body part, or do you need me to retrieve a diamond?
What do you think you are capable of? Well, retrieving a diamond we haven't really nailed down yet.
My only plan so far has been to retrieve the piece of Moira.
Okay, well, do you think that you can manage that?
I should, but I don't know any of the details of where Moira might be.
I don't know if we should split up at all, really. Unless, of course, things go south and we need to...
We still need to drop Markus off first. We'll leave Karis with him. We'll all go to your parents' house so you can talk to them. And then we'll go to the stupid place.
And, are we going to worry about diamonds if we run into that, or are we going to prepare for it?
I thought Soul had that, potentially.
Wait, potentially? I mean,
Oh my
okay,
God.
fine. You know what? I just go give myself up and then they'll like, hang me or something and we won't have any money to be like, oh,
I'm about to hang you!
man.
Calm down!
I just don't. I'm nervous about the whole killing me and bringing me back plan as much as you guys, but I think that it could.
The plan is to not do that!
It's why, but if it has to go that way, I kind of want to be ready. If they catch us, then.
Soul kneels down, grabs Lovette by her shoulders. You will never be ready to die, and I'm not going to let you. We are not doing that plan. You are not going to die. The main plan is to just go, be stealthy, and don't make too much of a scene. If we see people in front of your parents' houses, we're going to avoid it. But the whole point is that you're not going to die. And you know what? In the future, there are going to be instances where you might be traveling around and stuff secretly. So, I think you're going to be fine in the future. The plan is, you're going to see your parents again eventually. We're going to get this body part. We're going to heal Markus. We're going to heal all of us, because we're fucked up currently. And we're going to get out of there. And we're going to get the MacGuffinite, stupid ass as it is. And we're going to go to the Elflands, get my eye fixed, and we'll be fine.
Wait, what's wrong with your eye?
I thought you went downstairs.
You people were talking to me.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean, you people?
You know exactly what I mean by you people.
Someone's scrying through my eye right now. That's why
Right
I've
now?
got the eye patch down, so that they can't see.
Do you know who?
I mean,
I think it's Glarv.
seems like a reasonable guess.
Well, it does, but I just want to,
If there's any more to this plan that you need to tell me, tell me downstairs.
I promise I will. You know I will.
And Vera will head downstairs.
I don't mean to be obstinate, sorry, I'm just letting you know what's...
I understand.
Like, those gnomes have wanted to kill me or see me hung pretty much all my life, and now they have the reason to do it. I realize to you are just a bunch of silly, small people, but these people have tormented me for a very, very long time. They become very scary in my mind.
I'm sure you're much scarier.
I'm kind of afraid of that too.
Lovette, I'm gonna say don't worry about it, even though that's not gonna work for you. But we're not gonna let them take you. And we will fight so goddamn hard that we're gonna win. So logic.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Boy. So you do. But I want to find out how you do it. So I guess I'll start by listening.
Lovette, have you ever gone to see a play before?
Yes. Gnomish plays are probably not. My mother said the Elvish plays are very different, so I imagine we have very different experiences.
I feel like your Elvish, drama queen is coming out right now, and you need to calm down.
Yeah, I don't really get that reference, but okay.
Drama, being a play,
Like,
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're being
Queen
extra.
of the drama, as in the earlier?
No, too much. You also win when you are in our group. We got out of jail. You are currently in my service in the future.
I don't really see how that one is okay. I
Didn't you want that? That's what you asked of me.
did, really. Okay, but when you put it that way, okay, you're right. I did. It was actually pretty easy. Okay. What do you want to tell me? Wait.
I'm just saying, I feel as though positivity allows us to be better if we don't dwell on such negative things.
I'm always just trying to be careful.
I know, and we will be careful.
My brain just works like this, but I want to be positive like you.
I just don't want you to accidentally push people away.
Yeah, I know. It happens enough that I'm not always sure it is an accident.
We'll work on it, okay?
Thank you, Sol.
Soul pats Lovette's head.
And we smell like shit right now. That sulfur rubs right off onto you.
How much more time, Cal?
Oh, not too much longer, about 40 minutes or so.
Great.
By the way, Beardy,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to run this by you. I'd like to use Summon Swarm to summon a bunch of maggots. Will you allow me to do that?
Of
Where are you
course.
going with this?
Of course
Where are
you can
going
do that.
with this, brah?
You are of course able to summon a swarm of maggots.
Thank you.
But
Hi,
why?
maggots.
Oh god! Oh god!
He's got to.
Ew!
You got to
I'm
clean
gonna do
those
it.
wounds.
I know. I knew what you were gonna do, but still.
Okay, Vera and Markus are down below.
Doing the maggot dance.
Sure are. Are you guys in, the room we were given? Really?
Yeah.
Oh god. Never sleeping there again. Except I don't know, so I will. Gross.
All right, Vera, you get Markus down into your converted room. You lay him down. On the floor or where?
I was thinking the bed.
Okay, you put him in one of the bunk beds, and you cast Summon Swarm on him. Right. So, bursting forth from the ground and the walls and the ceiling is just an outpouring of thousands upon thousands of little white pill-shaped bugs. They pour all over Markus and start to squinch and squiggle across his body,
Debride him.
chewing. That does 2d6 damage, I believe.
Are you having to damage him?
I mean, he's Summon
Wow.
Swarm, right?
Yeah, but it's a maggot swarm.
Yeah, no, it's only going to eat the necrotic flesh.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's going to take 8 points of damage, and the swarm sort of washes over his body, and it looks like he's a little bit less crispy looking than before. Like, it took off the worst of his flesh.
Ugh. Does that mean he's oozy now, though?
He's a bit oozy now and a bit bloody in places. So, a lot of the scabs have been chewed off, but also a lot of the completely dead bits of him. So, his nose and his ears. They had been...
And he really does look like on the outside now how he looks on the inside.
So he had been... Those parts of his body were completely destroyed.
So what Vera will do is...
Maybe not his ears. What do y'all think? Ears, too, or just...
Well,
Definitely the nose.
Markus,
He
what
has
do you
ears.
think?
Yeah, that's Marcus's choice.
Potentially.
Yeah,
I like
Markus?
the idea of. I like that he can keep his ears.
Okay, keeps the ears. Okay, so it sort of chews off some of the bits of him. So it ends up leaving his face much less defined looking than it did before. A lot of his features are sort of shallow looking now.
So what Vera will do is cut apart her winter shawl that Soul got her,
and use that as bandages.
I mean,
soaking...
the ship has bandages. You don't need to...
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to ruin your clothes for that. Sorry.
So eager.
Hey, it's material.
Yeah, dude. Vera just rips off her sleeves whenever she can. It's like, I swear I'm not
She's
trying
a
to show off
buff
the gun.
boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to step up Marcus's badassery to match the design that Keni has made.
You asked for the Viking kilt. I made him look like a cleric
awesome.
finally.
I mean,
It's awesome.
It is awesome, and his last 3 weeks are going to be interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Vera will bandage him up with the bandages that are available,
Okay.
as well as giving him another health potion.
Make a heal check, and then roll a d8 plus 1.
That's a 21 heal check.
Excellent. So you use your considerable healing skills, and you take the bandages, and you're able to wrap his entire body, basically. You also find that his armor, you unstick it from his body, and you're able to get his armor off of him as well.
Just imagine the noise that...
Yeah, it's sort of a slurp sound as some of the outer layer of skin sticks to the armor. And you kind of have to tear some of it to get it off of him, because it did fuse slightly. But you do manage to cut it off of him. You remove that, you get his clothes removed, and you're able to clean and fully bandage his body. So you use some alcohol that was also in the first aid kit on the ship. So you're able to clean his wounds and give him a full bandage from head to toe. So he looks somewhat like a mummy at this point, but it's definitely way better off than he was, and his wounds are actually clean, so it should stave off any infection.
Alright, and also, again, 2.
Wonderful.
The second time.
But hey, the important thing is it stops the bleeding from the cutting off of the breastplate.
Yeah. My work here is done.
The bed, by the way, is just drenched at this point. So
That's
okay.
disgusting.
the mattress is going to need to be thrown out.
That is Marcus's bed for the rest of our trips here.
Vera will leave the room then.
All right.
You can head back to wherever.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to interrupt, but I figured that Lovette was like sitting outside the room because she feels kind of guilty in a way, but she didn't also want to barge in. She'd feel like she was the right person to be present for this.
There, but for the grace of the DM, go I.
So are you like right outside the door then?
Yeah, so I'm like right outside the door, kind of huddle up. Did he make it? Is he okay?
He should be fine.
Okay.
The wound should be less prone to infection, so he should be fine.
Is he conscious?
Well, I hope not.
Otherwise, that would have hurt
Okay.
very badly.
Wait, I'll take out this space value. Maybe wait a little bit, son. I still want to wait till how long, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of like look inside the room and be like, you and I need to talk once we are done with all this.
Me?
No, I'm looking at Marcus when I say
Okay.
that. And then I'll head upstairs.
Vera will follow.
So he's gonna be so mad when he sees that.
I mean, it's helping, so...
Well, but it's plenty. I know. Just it'll be a plan. I'm not saying that you're wrong. He's just gonna be mad.
Fine. Alright, so we go up to the top again. Is anyone else doing anything while we make our way to Whalercog?
While unconscious, would I be able to? I just rolled for a wisdom. Is that a doable thing?
To do what?
To do what?
I didn't.
I thought it was a
see
religion
if-
check.
Oh, was it a religion check or?
What-
I thought it
Speak
was-
to Eden?
Yeah, to Eden.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
In
you're
his sleep?
you're
That's the answer to the
you're
question.
quite unconscious right now.
Okay, I didn't know if I could get a if there
No.
was.
So you're unconscious, and
Okay.
thankfully it's just a blissful, restful sleep for you. You don't dream though. You'll wake up at some point in the near future feeling a bit more alive.
I mean, he doesn't
Slightly
normally
less
dream,
afraid.
right?
Air quotes in there, folks. Air quotes.
Mm-hmm. Oh sure.
I want to be a real boy.
But instead you became a chicken nugget.
Yeah.
My chicky nuggies.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Soul's just kind of wandering, like going over what they need to do. Whaler Cog in their head mostly. They debate on checking on Marcus, but they imagine to like let him sleep, which thankfully saves them the like terribleness of seeing that room.
I'd like to know, what is Soul thinking Vera was doing, though?
I don't know. You like hated him for a while, and then you're like, I'm gonna take care of him, and Soul's just like, you gonna kill him in his sleep? What are you gonna do?
He might be dead in there right now.
Yeah. Oh god. And Soul's like just
Oh my god,
pacing.
there's gonna be like blood everywhere.
Oh god. Well, Vera
wow,
left.
Oh, also Vera is probably covered in blood.
What?
Right?
So when I
Probably.
pass you,
Cancer.
you're covered in
At
blood?
the very least, there's blood all across you, like up to your elbows on both arms, and then splashed like probably across you. Like I imagine.
Oh, fuck, I'm going in.
I imagine
Like a surgeon,
your
yeah.
chest also has a fair bit of blood on it as well from
Yeah,
like,
so
leaning over.
Have you never seen Civil War documentaries? The blood is everywhere.
Vera's just going to be on the side of the boat using create water to wash.
Soul, like, passes you and just sees blood everywhere and just rushes down to go check on Marcus.
All right, you find Marcus laying down in one of the bunk beds. The mattress is soaked through with blood, but he appears to be resting comfortably, fully wrapped in bandages.
And it looks like he's breathing.
His chest rises and falls rhythmically.
Okay. God, I hope no one walks into this room. Ugh. Soul bangs their head against the post in the middle of the ship before going back up.
On purpose or by accident?
Yes.
Nice.
And I go back up on the deck. Oh,
So where are we stopping first? Are we stopping at a place to drop off Marcus?
I don't know if we've passed that area yet with all what we've done. I don't know.
Well, can we blame Marcus on this?
Oh, look, we're here.
So what district would medical services be in? I don't know. Are Gnomes advanced enough to have like proper hospitals?
No,
Not really.
not
No,
really.
okay.
No,
So where would temples be?
you're
Trade
gonna have
district, I would imagine.
you're gonna find healing services sort of scattered about. There's gonna be temples around the docks, temples in the northern Ash Falls and the southern Forge side. So it depends on what temple you want to take him to.
What are common? I know Shamish.
There's a Shamish temple that is fairly large.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
it?
but they're gonna, like, try to get our money the most.
Oh yeah, they will.
Like, is there a healing Temple of Eden? Because I feel like Marcus would appreciate that the most.
No, Eden's
No, okay,
worship
never
is
mind.
very rare here.
Yeah. They don't really
Yeah.
give a shit on nature.
Okay. Well, since we're going to be probably in the Forge side mostly anyways for what we're doing, let's just drop them off there so we can grab them quick.
Okay, that's gonna be the temple of Shamish then.
He sure is. Guess who's paying for that one?
Marcus.
I don't think he has much money somehow.
It's a my money's probably into a molten slag.
And if it's
still
not,
gold.
then the pouch is probably gone.
Still spends.
Oh no! Oh,
Does he have his money?
So,
No, he didn't lose his money.
ta-da!
There you go. It's your mistake, Skrewy. You pay for it.
So I've advanced time. It is now noon on the 2nd of February, and you guys arrive in Whaler Cog on the Agile. Calcutic asks where you want to land. Just in the docks with the rest of the ships, or any particular place?
Probably as far away as we can manage to arrive inconspicuously. We don't
In
really
a giant airship.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you
the
want to be
flying
inconspicuous, he can always like retract the sails and land it in the water.
That's
and
what I was
then
saying. If we
Sail
could
it up
land
to
it,
the docks.
if we could land it a
Hell
bit away, we
yeah.
could do that.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Far
Alright,
away
so-
enough that they don't see us go down.
So I've advanced time to 1 p.m. Calcutic takes the Agile on a wide swing around the city, lands in the ocean nearby, and then takes it in to dock at one of the northern docks. I'm going to go ahead and mark on the map where the ship is, and there you go.
Thank
Where
you,
would you-
pal.
Oh, it's no problem at all. It's like I said, it's my pleasure. It's doing my duty.
All right, let's go get Marcus some help. I'm not carrying him.
Okay.
I'll carry him.
Okay.
What, is there really another option?
Archie. Oh wait, we probably shouldn't bring Archie.
No.
Archie, you know, Archie does blend in a little bit around here, but now that he's bigger, it probably will be a little more.
And also, pretty much the entire town saw him
Knows.
in an arena.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know, but if that went well, then maybe half the town has an Archibald, or a knockoff, so no one else has Archie. That would be crazy.
I still
Yeah.
think it's a better idea to leave.
Let's deliver Marcus safely first, and then we can decide how to go about our business here.
And we dock, I guess, and get off the ship.
yup.
Okay,
Where is the Seamus Temple, Beardy?
sure. The Temple of Shamish is, if you get off the boat there and take that first road east, you go to an intersection, and the Temple of Shamish is right there. It's in the same block as the arena.
Okay, before we get off the ship, I'm going to use claim identity on Lovette.
All right, Lovette,
So,
do you wish to resist this effect?
can I? I didn't know I could.
If you want to resist it, you can have a saving throw.
I don't.
Okay. In that case, Soul walks up to you, leans down, brushes their hand across your face, and you sort of have this odd sensation. The next thing you know, the person looking back at you now has red hair, freckles, and strange facial features that remind you of your mother.
Aren't you supposed to look like me?
Well, my face looks like you.
Does
Well,
it?
with
I don't know.
past the whole eye portion, I'm still gonna have this eye patch on because, well,
he looks good when it's on there. I don't know.
Lovette, did you ever think that you were attractive? Because, you know,
You aren't.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
If you think I look attractive with your face, you know, you probably look good.
I just wear it better.
I wear everything better, Vera.
Vera will throw your disguise kit back to you.
Thank you.
Lovette's face expression doesn't change. Like, she tries to, like, deadpan, but she just goes really red.
Oh, can we put the cloak that you used to be wearing on Lovette so that we cover up her clothes?
Sure.
Okay.
Seems like a good idea.
The winter shawl kind of
Yeah, the winter shawl thing,
cloak
yeah.
thing.
It practically looks like a poncho on her.
I don't really sound like this in Nomish. I don't really have too much of an accent. I fit in really well, so it's fine. Was a voice, I think. So you won't notice.
Okay. Just try not to talk to too many people, though.
Yeah, that's pretty normal for me.
All right, Kyle. Okay, so Soul gets off the ship and gestures to everyone to come off, and then starts heading towards the Temple of Shamish.
Okay. As you get off the docks and walk into the first street of the city proper, I'd like everyone to make a perception check, please.
Oh, you bet I can!
Everyone except
Oh,
Markus.
baby.
'Cause-
Yeah, I was
God
about to
damn
say, I'm
it.
like, yeah, no.
That is a 30.
Nice. That was only a 21 for me.
All right. A 20 from Lovette.
Nice.
All right, cool. Okay, so you notice as you're walking through the town, like, very quickly, you see that some of the gnomes have assistants in the form of clockwork people, sort of like last time. Except now, you see this model walking around.
Ah, shit, I called it. Except I'm also nervous.
They look like an Archibald, but a little bit different. They look like Archibald still back in when Archibald was, thin and human-sized.
Yeah.
And a baby.
He's still a baby.
But
He's a big baby.
you see them walking around performing rudimentary tasks for various gnomes. And while they're not like the majority of the clockwork, there are a fair number of them. You would estimate maybe 30% of all the clockworks you see out here are that model.
Are there any crests or anything on them?
They're not as ornate as Archie, but they are the same like engineering build.
Okay,
So
so
you
there's
have
no like maker's mark or anything on them?
Sorry, as far as Maker's Mark, if you wanted to like go up and like examine one, you could. Did you want to like go and futz
Well,
with one?
the symbol on his chest is the Maker's Mark, and they put it pretty prominently on stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get close enough to check, then yeah, you can see that it's got a ZBI. Is probably what it is. Xeneris Bodwin Industries.
I would think it would probably be like the big C, big M, little C, and then the B. Because if it's the family business, then Keni Bodwin is generally the one, unless
Okay.
a new one.
No, you're fine. So it's the standard family business crest.
That is trying not to look too excited about this. Oh, and at some point before we got off the ship, I guess I took off my shoes so I could look more like a halfling.
Oh dear. Okay.
And
That's
she's
funny.
like very uncomfortable walking down the gnomish streets without shoes. She's like, so filthy. So much soot.
Yeah, mostly because the streets are filthy and there's a fair amount of metal shards and things. So I mean, it's not.
I mean,
great.
Markus still wears shoes nonetheless, so...
It's true. Yeah, I probably give up on that after a little bit. Because, like, Lovette would have particularly sensitive feet, if anything, just because she would always wear shoes for situations like this.
Like, Kyle, you have really sensitive feet because you always wear shoes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
They're very soft and beautiful.
mine are callous.
Just like you.
$50 for picks.
That's it?
I mean,
You should be charging
I'm a
more.
cheap biche.
Oh.
So you're heading down that street there, and you find yourselves in front of a Temple of Shamish before you know it.
Come on, guys, I found it.
Vera will follow. Did we decide on what to call Lovette?
I know what Lovette's gonna call herself, and I'm guessing it's the same thing.
Okay.
We'll find out. I want to see.
Okay.
Alright.
Lovette would be like on her way there and be like, Lovette would probably not think of it until someone asked her what her name was. So I already thought of one, but I'm assuming that it will be on the spot for her.
So, the Temple of Shamish looks a lot like a very fancy bank. If you were going to kind of give it an idea, like you walk in and you go through like these large vaulted doors, and inside it's extremely high ceilinged. There's rows of tellers on either side. And you see, various transactions going on, and a lot of money being exchanged. So people are gnomes are walking up to tellers and negotiating something and handing over coins, and the coins are going back and forth, and there's lots of haggling all over the place.
Soul looks around and is trying to find someone to assist them.
Yeah, who would that be? I imagine this is pretty familiar for Lovette.
You would just go up to one of the teller windows.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't there a healing services desk?
Not yet. You're still in the general lobby.
Right.
Soul's gonna go up to one of the teller desks. Excuse me, I'm in need of healing services.
Welcome
for
to
one
the
of
Temple
my...
of Shamish.
Yeah, I'm in need of some...
The gnome holds up their hand, palm up.
Soul gives it a 5-5.
The gnome blinks and looks at you. Kind of coughs lightly. Welcome to the Temple of Shamish.
You're welcome to my presence.
It's customary to begin...
Whatever amount of money it is.
It's customary to begin any interaction with the exchange of coins, please.
I'll give him a gold.
Well, okay, since you're from around here, you know that typically you open up every conversation with 1 copper.
Oh, okay.
Just
Jesus.
that's just how you start a conversation in this temple, is you give them a copper. It goes from there, but that's where it starts.
So, alright, for 2 questions.
Yeah.
What language is the gnome speaking?
Gnomish.
Okay. Does Soul understand that?
Soul can use tongue.
Does anyone? Are they using tongues?
Now I am.
if they didn't recognize what language it was, I assume
Sorry,
Soul would use tongue.
my apologies. The gnomes are speaking Gnomish.
Does anyone else speak Gnomish?
Markus is currently out.
That's true.
I can whisper and sound like a very tiny person.
That's
That's
Point.
basically how Gnomish
Well
language works,
done.
right?
It is like normal human speech, but very tiny. So that is excellent.
It's 10 font instead of 12 font.
Yes.
No, it's like you have to Elvin and the Chipmunks your voice.
Superscript. It's superscript.
Yeah.
Alright, because Lovette has a different accent in Gnomish too. But I'll give the good gentleman... I'm gonna reach for... I pull out a gold, and I give it to him, and I'm start to oh, well...
Gold. Again, the customary
Right.
opening move is a copper. So.
Yeah. Well, I start to ask him for an exchange for a copper.
Uh-huh.
And then I kind of have I have an idea moment. Oh, this is how much, right?
With setting a gold down in this person's hand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this right? Is that correct?
The gnome sort of opens its mouth like a fish, closes it again, opens it again as to say something, and then takes the gold coin, roots around behind the desk that it's at, and it produces 9 silver pieces and 9 copper pieces and hands them back to you.
Oh, thank you. I'm not from around here and don't know anyone from here.
Thank you, Pet.
Oh. We didn't have the same idea after all. It's Mary, but thank you.
It's a pet name.
But yeah, it's a pet name. It's endearing.
I just figured everybody who gets this done to them is Mary.
So, what can we do for you today?
We are in need of some healing services.
Ah,
Soul has used tongues, by the way.
healing services. Very well. The gnome takes 2 of the silver pieces back off the table and says, "An attendant will be with you shortly." And then closes...
Thank you so very much.
And then, reaches up and closes the teller window, as if ceremoniously ending the conversation.
Oh.
Vera just has no idea what's going on. Just looking around
So you look around, and it doesn't look like anything's happening. It's just gnomes going about their business in every which way. This place is this buzz of activity.
shouldn't we be taking Markus somewhere?
Well, I said someone would be with us shortly, Vera.
Right this way, please!
Oh, God.
Adorable.
You see a chipper young gnome. She's wearing, formal business attire.
Hello. Are you here to help us with the healing?
The gnome nods with a giant customer service smile, frozen on her face, nods, and then clicks her heels as she turns and starts walking further into the temple.
Soul goes to follow and gestures to Vera.
Okay.
I follow along as well.
So she takes the party beyond the main lobby area, down a few flights of stairs. So now you're pretty sure you're in some sort of sub-basement. And you find a series of alcoves cut in the wall where there are beds with tables and shelves around them. Each alcove has a curtain that can be pulled across to give them some form of privacy. Many of the curtains are closed, but some of them stand vacant. She takes you to one of the vacant alcoves, and with this giant smile on her face, gestures to the alcove. Here you are. Please make your patient comfortable.
Vera?
Oh, here?
Yeah, just put him in here and make him comfortable, she said.
Just puts him on the bed.
All right.
Nothing special.
She clicks her heels again and holds out a hand.
I'll give her a copper.
Thank you, Pet.
She smiles even wider and walks away.
Is she dying on the inside?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, very much
Oh,
so.
always. Yeah, I mean, every
You're
customer,
asleep, Marcus. You can't answer.
every customer service facing job is dying on the inside.
All gnomes are dying on the inside.
That's the pollution.
All right. Karis, we're going to leave you with Marcus. Is that okay?
Sure, that's fine. I'll just stay
All
here
right.
then. Good luck.
Thank you. I hope we won't take too long. Ready, Lovette?
Just if always
I mean, Pet?
Well, don't we want Kelly supposed to the glaive thing though?
Why? We're supposed to be sneaky.
But she's really good at that.
I mean, she's good at reanimating, but we're only trying to take, like...
Well, I
You
mean,
know.
she's got the more practice sneaking into glaive sites than the rest of us do. Kelly, can you give us any pointers?
Don't get caught.
She goes to unoccupied ones.
Soul's right, and don't get caught is my best advice. I don't really have enough gold to bail you all out.
No, I think I don't have enough. Although my ballads might, so what do you see? I am kind of close to place how everything is going on here.
Also, Vera has Marcus's money.
Wonderful.
I'm not going to leave that gold in the Temple of Seamus.
Yeah, who knows? Someone could grab that.
That's a good idea. They'll just call it gratuity.
I also give you 2 gold from it.
To Lovette?
Yeah,
Oh.
because she spent 2 gold so far.
All right. So the party leaves Karis to watch over Markus. So you all dropped him off, and you were just now leaving the Temple of Seamus to go somewhere else. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, wait. Since it is close to the dockyard, could we stop by the boat to bring this dog there?
What about the
I
dog?
thought we left the dog.
Well, she's on the ship, but I think that all of these travels that we are doing are getting maybe a bit too dangerous for her. And rather than leaving her with somebody that we come across, maybe she could stay with my parents.
I feel like you should ask Archie that first.
Archie's head hangs down.
Well, he's in the ball form right now.
Okay. The ball hangs down.
Ew! Ew! Okay.
It's up to Archibald, of course, but I just want to make sure she's okay. I think that would be worse.
That's not my dog. so-
Yeah, do whatever you want.
I saw it. It's going to be a quick detour, but it shouldn't take too long. Alright, let's go.
All right.
By
in
the
that
way-
case, go ahead.
How common of a language is Villish in the Steam Isle?
Not particularly.
Okay, cool. So we're fairly incognito if we're speaking normally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you guys still considered normally Villish.
I figured.
You've been all around the world.
I figure at this point it's kind of our, this is how we met each other language, so it's what we should speak when we around each other.
Well, I mean, if you want to say something secretly to Soul, you could technically talk in Elvish since Vera doesn't know it.
Well, that's why I asked. But I'm talking to both of you guys right now, so that's why.
Okay.
That's very Villish.
That's fine then. But if you want, we can talk bad about Vera behind her back.
That's true.
All right. So the party travels west from the Temple of Seamus, down the road back to the docks. You pick up 0, and then you head north along that road to the Xeneris Bodwin estate.
Knock on the door.
Okay.
We're still face swapped?
Yeah,
the
that
spell-
lasts for 8 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That spell will last for quite a long time.
that's what I figured.
So, you go up to the Xeneris Bodwin estate, and you find the door is closed. As, you'd expect the front door of a house to be closed. You do notice that the building itself is in better repair than the last time you were here. It looks like they've spent a little bit of money to clean the outside and do even a little bit of remodeling. So, just from looking at the building,
New
Say-
rooms, new floors.
no new floors, but it does look like they've replaced a lot of the windows with larger, more glassed windows instead of smaller ones with with like crossbars. So,
I have a question for Grem.
What's up?
Would you mind just explaining like the vibe of your home? Like, I understand there's like new stuff to it, but what like always was in your mind about what the house looked like? If you don't mind.
Yeah, no worries. The most of the time I spent imagining it was before we came here the first time, and I didn't understand how lacking in nature this area was. I figured it was a little more tropical. So I had something a little different in mind then, and I kind of wasn't sure after we came here. But I figure it's a very, like, kind of a Victorian mansion, but very oaky colored.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, the crossbar windows, maybe it had, like, clay crossbar window kind of things before. Then now they're more, like you already said, glassy. But it has the slanted roofs and everything. It's not like a coastal looking building. It's not like a beach house.
though it is on the coast.
Yes. Well, okay. I mean, yeah, you.
Though it's not really a nice beach. The beaches here are actually kind of very sharp.
Yeah, but
the stones are a bit jaggedy. Unless you're like a halfling, you really don't want to walk on it barefoot.
Would it be possible that we had like a garden or something cultivated in the back, though?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I think
It's your house.
That's Mom would keep.
I appreciate that as an elf.
Hi. What's up, Seattle?
They sure are taking their time getting here. Did you knock loud enough? Do you want me to try?
The door opens up, and you see a figure standing there to greet you.
Kind of figure we talk. Oh, wait, hello.
Archie?
What is your name?
Greetings.
It talks.
Does seem so. What is your name?
It sort of tilts its head as if it doesn't quite understand the nature of your question.
Would you like to speak to Lilith or Seamus?
The masters are available. Please step inside.
Oh, well, thank you.
I thought I was going to ask us if we had an appointment.
It takes a step back and kind of flourishes an arm to welcome you into the room.
Didn't your mom answer the door last time?
Well, we weren't doing as well in money.
Okay.
We used to have servants, but we were all in agreement that clockwork made better servants for your jobs like this.
May I take your coats?
No.
No.
You can take this. I'll give it the robe.
I thought you were going to give it the dog.
It
Soul suspiciously looks at this, like, robot, because it looks like Archie, but it's not, so, like, they don't trust it, of course.
It's like, it's a copy of Archie, but it's one that's done very well. It's not like a rip-off design like you would expect to come from, like, the O'Morrises.
Or Wish.com.
So it appears to be a reasonable facsimile of Archie. You can tell it's not the same model. Like, the color's a little bit different, the shine is a little bit different.
Does it move as smoothly?
No, not quite. I mean, again, it's a close copy, but it's not there. You can see it's definitely made by the same manufacturer, but it appears to be a slightly different model, a cheaper model.
How does the dog respond to seeing this size Archie again?
It doesn't have any reaction to it.
Alright.
I mean, it's going to be sniffing at everything, but mostly it's not like confused and thinks that this is Archie. It sort of knows Archie's smell, I guess, better than like enough to tell it apart.
They close the door behind us?
Yeah, it'll close the door behind you,
So
and then it shuffles off to find your parents.
So may I please have my face back?
You made me...
Wait, are we not going to rescue?
Not right now. We're gonna go after this.
What? We need to. I thought we need to go in the cavern night.
I actually agree with this.
We don't. Want to
No.
go
I mean, we're getting Moira's body.
I know. I'm saying we
At
can't do
night.
that during the day. We rest now. We take care of that. We are all rested up and ready to go in case it gets a little hairy, and then we go right from there to the caverns. Wait, we pick
Okay.
up Markus first, of course.
We are not picking up Markus before we get Moira's body. He's terrible at sneaking.
No, we get the body, we get Markus, we get out.
Fine. I dispel the identity, I guess.
Sorry, I know you are concerned about time and everything, but I'm not trying to stall. Okay? If what you said about your eye now is true, then we are all in danger of the same fate if we are not already.
Look, that's why I kind of want to get out of here and get back to Grow as soon as possible so we can fix it.
I hate to say this, sorry, but I think you're being the puppet queen. What was it? Playmaster? Shoot, what was it?
Excuse me?
It's okay. We're on your side.
Back to what you said, though. What does that mean?
What is the term you used? The queen of the Please.
You're calling me a drama queen?
What? Well, yeah, you can reason.
You!
How could you? We have our regular faces by now, right?
Yeah.
Is this what my parents come back to? Like, incredulously pointing at each other?
So, into the room
Like the
steps
Spider-Man?
Seamus and Lilith. They're dressed in like high quality clothes. They're a little bit nicer than the last time you saw them. And as soon as they walk in the room, like their eyes kind of light up as they recognize their daughter has returned.
Also, quick note. Remember that Lovette looks like shit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all covered in burns and crap. Because I think you refused someone to mend your clothes.
No, what we
It's
said
not
was
possible.
that these sort of damages were not mendable, is what we ruled earlier. Well,
that specific mend can't because of her magic not really being magic, but more mechanical.
Right, and that's fine. That's fine. Lilith is going to step forward and happily say your name as she moves forward and gives you a hug. Lovette!
hello, Mama.
Aww.
I was so worried. Some odd things have happened after you left. Well, the town, the guards, the O'Briens. She kind of like scratches the back of her head. Well, they said that you'd murdered Moira, and I know that's not possible.
Played it is.
She kind of stops. What?
No, it's not like that.
No.
Lovette.
Not at all.
Seamus kind of like visibly sighs relief. See, I told you there was no way that Lovette killed Moira. They're best friends after all.
Oh no, I didn't mean to.
Lovette, this is how you get arrested. Don't say things like that.
If telling my parents gets me arrested, then I think I deserve to be.
Soul sighs and turns away.
Moira's soul was lost and we're trying to bring it back. That's
It's possible.
one of the reasons why we're here.
Did you receive my letter?
Lilith nods.
Yes. Well, you know what they said is true.
It's
Well, at least in part.
You meant well, and it looks like you're all trying to make it right, so you shouldn't beat yourself up about it.
It's not easy to say. It's not like that when you live. But that's okay. I'm not here. We needed a place to lie low and rest.
Well,
While we fix what I broke.
Seamus steps forward, kind of claps you on the shoulder. This is your home.
Hug him.
He gives you a hug back, kind of like... I imagine you're probably a little taller than your father, because of your half-elf nature. But he still tries to give you the biggest hug he can.
I miss you all so much.
It's like, come on, let's get you back to your room. You can tell us all about your journey.
I have questions. I need answers. Because this might be our last chance. We are up to some very important business. And I don't know how it will go.
Of course. So they sort of walk with you, and they take you to your old room, which hasn't changed since the last time you were here.
Does everyone else come along?
Okay. I guess instinctively we would follow. Soul's still offended for being called a drama queen.
I appreciate that you responded in the most dramatic way you possibly
Yeah.
could.
That's how it should be, right?
The two parents will take you upstairs to your old room. Nothing has changed since the last time you were here. And Seamus says, well, you're welcome to get as much rest as you'd like, but what questions did you have?
Well, yeah, I mostly have questions for Muzzle, and I think I should tell you some things I did not last time I here. They are private matters, but I trust my friends here enough that I can speak freely as I feel. They would like to be present.
Soul's just kind of quietly waiting in the room and sits down and crisscross applesauce, like, in a corner.
Boom. The soul maneuver.
Okay, well, to start, there's a lot to cover. I suppose I should tell you that we are, my friends here and I, up to, well, it's lots of crazy stuff. I'm not sure you believe it if I told you. It is very important. We have a lot at stake here, and it is very dangerous. We almost lost on our own, so it's good. We want to treasure this time together. I suppose is all I'm saying. That said, I suppose another thing I should mention, if I forget, is that we do have a plan to a backup plan. That just if you hear that I was caught or anything like that, and you hear people talk about my death, wait to hear it from one of us first before you take it as true.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So
Seamus kind of Seamus kind of gives you an elbow in the side and says, "Ah, the old false death trick, huh?"
Oh yeah, I kind of like that.
We're not killing her. It's not in my rules. Not doing it. It's not happening. You're not allowed to die, Lovette.
Well, I mean, there's the plan B.
It is the plan B, but I don't want that plan to happen.
I know, but it's just a plan B. It's a plan B.
B stands for best.
B stands for B.
And that's enough for me.
Yeah, it is, because it's the worst idea.
Oh, well, just if you feel, but just you should know about that. So, how have things been since I was gone? How are you guys?
Well, after what happened in the arena, there was, well, a bit of a change in fortune for the family. The orders came in faster than we could fill them for an Archibald model. We did our best to make as many as we could.
I'm impressed you were able to replicate them.
Well, we had all of your grandfather's schematics still.
That's cool.
So it was just a matter of putting in a bit of elbow grease and working some long nights in the workshop, but we managed to turn out enough of them to fulfill all of the initial orders. I'm sure you saw a few of them in the streets just on your way here. We're very proud.
I'm
But-
really proud as well.
But that money's gone a long way to... It's paid off the majority of our debts, and we've been able to improve the house a little bit, too.
That's good.
You shouldn't worry about us anymore. She kind of puts an arm around you.
Well, I could still try to expand things at the system. I still feel like this device was portrayed a lot of people. So, are the two of you ashamed of me for anything?
Ashamed of you?
Yeah.
Look, aside from these false accusations of murder, you are the talk of the town. After seeing what happened in that arena, people simply stopped buying Omoris designs. Their factory shut down.
Yeah! Oh! Fuck those guys! Yeah! Soul says in the corner and then, realizes they spoke out loud and then, goes back to just sitting, quietly. Sorry.
It's okay, we were pretty happy ourselves.
Good.
That can help but smile at that.
And we're extremely proud of you. You saved the family.
Aww.
Okay. Well, why could you not have taken me with you, Muzzle, when I was too small?
Well, Lovette, you were still very young, and it was going to be a dangerous journey. Desmond was getting on in years, and, well, it would have been too difficult to bring you both along.
You didn't think it would be battle since growing up without a muzzle?
Oof.
Well, Lovette, I didn't mean to be gone as long as I did. I sort of got caught up in the same experiences that I was trying to share with Desmond. The world is a wide place with so much to see.
Soul nods along.
There's so much to do.
I think it's a natural elf instinct to go and explore, to be honest.
I felt like you didn't want me.
She leans over and gives you a tight hug.
Let kind of slowly hugs back.
You needed to shine on your own, and I can tell that you have.
I don't feel like it, but I'm trying. Also, why have you never told me about your family?
Because you wouldn't like them. You wouldn't...
Where are you from?
She kind of looks a little embarrassed. It's probably not any place you've ever been to.
Oh.
I want to know about this because I may never get another chance. And I have learned a lot of things I don't like to know, but I am better for having known them.
Well, suffice it to say, it's not a nice place, and I'm lucky to have met your father.
Oh, now Soul really wants to know.
And Seamus kind of gives her a look and says, "Ha, I think I was the lucky one to have met you." She gives him a knowing smile.
But what, well, is it? Muscle, I know it is not a nice place, but...
Look, trust me,
We're going to do some
you
love.
really don't want to go there. It's not a place for good people.
Is it Parthenae? Because
She chuckles. She chuckles and says, "No, I'm afraid it's quite a bit worse than Parthenae."
Oh, also, why did you not tell me that you are teaching me Parsis? That is weird.
You picked up an accent very well.
Yes, well, I learned the village from a Parsis book, and I thought this was the right way to say things. I mean, I suppose I'd probably be speaking in like Elvish for this conversation, but I don't want to leave Vera out if she's hanging out there. I feel like that'd be rude.
I don't know if Vera would care either way about like the backstory in general.
Even if she doesn't care, if she's there, then Lovette won't do something that she thinks is rude.
Alrighty.
Soul is like, oh, they want to know what village she grew up in. So bad. So is it in the Emerald Forest? Like, what is it?
She kind of like looks a bit embarrassed and says, "No."
It's not in the Emerald Forest.
I thought maybe you were from my village for a second with how elusive you were.
No,
Is this something that could come back to bite me? Is this something that I should know?
no. No one from my home has ever found me.
Found you? For what? I don't want to even more questions.
It's okay. They won't ever find you. You're safe. You'll be okay.
Of course she will. She's under my protection.
She gives you a smile. See, you have these wonderful friends.
What if that happens, I will find out. Is that what you want me to find out?
What?
If something happens, if we are found, we are traveling around to places we had never known existed.
I doubt you'll stumble across it. It's a bit hard to find. Seamus chuckles at that.
I mean, we are traveling to another world.
Oh, really? That is interesting. Well,
Soul looks pissed.
I'm not quite that far away.
Why would you say that?
Because Sorry. If you don't trust my family, then you don't have a reason to trust me.
Soul raises their eyebrows. I see.
Do you not trust them? Do you not trust me?
I trust people an amount that's necessary.
But it would say no more. Hazel needs to keep her secrets, and I suppose I should keep mine.
Agreed.
Well, that became a bit more heated than I expected.
Yeah, me too.
That's what Lilith was saying, by the way.
Oh. I know,
yeah,
well,
me too.
I'm sure whatever business you have is your own, and I'm not going to pry into it. She looks a bit embarrassed again, just as I hope you won't pry too much into my past. It's honestly would just be dangerous for you.
This is not the first time I've heard it. And each time someone has said that, I've been probably better off for finding out.
She looks at Seamus, and Seamus looks at her, and it looks like for a moment they're having a silent, wordless conversation, just through eye contact.
Aww.
Do you think she's old enough to know? Seamus says. Lilith kind of seems unsure. Lovette, make a diplomacy check.
Oh no!
Well, I'm pretty good at diplomacy, but I'm pretty bad at checks, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh, please.
Nope,
Oh.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Oof.
How?
I wish I got it. I got a plus 12, so that comes out to a 13.
Biggest oof. Alright, well,
Yeah.
maybe when you're older, honey.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Is Lilith treating Lovette more like an elf child? Because I would understand, like, just how an elf would treat an elf child, since, like, 50 would be around, like, 10.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Lilith is probably babying Lovette a little bit more than Seamus would. And you figure that that's probably just because of the way their races age. That might come a little bit naturally. And it's also sort of why half-elves are as angsty as they are. Well, when they live with
Fucking
elves.
half-elves. Soul literally stands up from where they're sitting. Excuse me. And Soul's gonna switch to Elvish, actually.
Lilith looks at you and responds in Elvish. What is it? Oh, by the way, make a perception check.
Oh, okay. Just me?
Yeah, just you.
29.
Her Elvish is accented oddly.
That's weird.
It's subtle, like she's trying to hide it.
It's more like this.
But her accent is different, and you're not sure why.
Okay.
But you also
Even with the
but
29.
you also recognize, yeah, you got a 29. You also recognize that she's actively trying to hide her accent.
Interesting. As someone who's traveled with Lovette for a long time, I believe she is far more mature than you think of her. And notably, she is a half-elf. She is maturing far faster than an elf child would, and I think you should give her a chance. And I'll diplomacy check that.
Give me a diplomacy check there. We'll see how that goes.
That's a 33!
That's a 33. Alright. So Lilith will nod understanding along with what you're saying. She lets out a long sigh and says, "You're right. I have treated you like you're far younger than you are, and I feel like I have coddled you too much and tried to protect you too much. So maybe maybe you're old enough, and maybe I've been mistaken."
I mean, we haven't really had the chance to. You haven't had a chance to get to know me since I was a little girl.
Then I suppose I should tell you then a bit about how your father and I met.
I thought it was here.
Seamus chuckles. "Oh no, far from here. I might not look it, but, well, when I was only a little bit older than you," he kind of like has this like prideful look on his face. "I was an adventurer."
Wow.
You will?
So cool.
I was. I traveled all across the continent, me and my merry band. Well, not that I was in charge, but I definitely pulled my weight. I built contraptions and helped out, designed weapon systems, and, well, I'd like to think that I did my fair share for the team. And, well, one day, the group decided, after coming across a treasure map, that they were going to go and, try to loot an old, forgotten temple. And, we found the temple all right, and we managed to clear most of it out. We got to the basements underneath in the catacombs, and, well, at the bottom of the catacombs we found that either through natural movements of the ground or through possibly spells or magics, there was a crack that led into a cave system that, it went much further under the temple than we expected. So we decided to search it and see if there was any more items of interest beneath that temple. So we left and stocked up for an expedition, and we went down there. This isn't boring you, is it?
Lovette has, like, stars in her eyes. She is so invested. And both hands on her cheeks. Go on.
Well, we went down into that cave system, and, we fought some strange creatures that we'd never seen before. These massive beings with lights that lit up off their bodies, almost like a lure. It was very dark everywhere. And then, the further we got, the stranger it became. There were mosses and funguses that lit up with pink and purple lights, enough to fill the caverns with enough light to see by. And the caverns were getting larger, not smaller. They were becoming more interconnected. There were passages and twists and turns and multiple directions going everywhere. We were trying to, I did my best to keep notes and kept a map. He goes on to explain that he was doing his best to map the cave system so that they could, leave whenever they needed to. And they came across a massive cavern. One that was so big that they couldn't see all the way across it. And inside, there was a city, the likes of which he'd never seen before. It was built on these great stalactites and stalagmites. There were walkways and ladders and pathways going between them in such a way that was almost artistic. He'd never seen anything quite like it before in his life. Neither had anyone in his party. Before they could even get close to it, they were ambushed by strange beings, the likes of which they'd never seen before. And, they were all taken captive and brought into that city. I was taken to a cage, and me and my companions were thrown into it. The other beings in the cage were creatures of all shapes and sizes, with only one thing in common, and that's that we were all afraid. And time went on, and I tried to escape, but I never could. They'd stripped all of us of all of our possessions. We'd made plans, and before I knew it, people started disappearing from those cages. The guards would come and take one or two. We never knew why and never knew where they went, but no one ever came back. It was easily the lowest point of my life. I was the last of the party, and all that were in there were creatures that either couldn't speak or didn't speak my language. And I did my best to hold on to my sanity. And that was when I met your mother.
Yeah, no. Just let this pass.
Okay. Okay.
Inside the cages?
Not quite.
What happened?
No, your mother was outside the cages. She looks embarrassed. In her old life, she was, well, important enough to, I suppose, have free run of a great deal of the goings-on of that part of the city. And, well, when she stopped by the cages that day, she saw me and...
Ambassador?
What?
Sorry. More important than an ambassador?
No, not exactly. I think, noble might have been the better word. Scion of a house, possibly. Again, she looks embarrassed.
What happened?
Well, when she came by the cages, and I saw her, and she saw me, something just connected between the two of us. It's hard to explain, but...
I understand.
She saw it, and I saw it, and she ordered the guards to let me out, and of course they complied with her, and I assumed that I was going to be taken to my death. But she led me to the outskirts of the city. I had memorized the map that I had made on the way in as best I could before it was stripped from me. And the two of us, we retraced our steps, and she followed me.
You really haven't run around an adventure?
Something like that.
Why did you not tell me this?
It's not that important.
Oh my gosh, it is so cool! Lovette just kind of excitedly starts pacing back and forth. Oh my gosh, if everyone at school knows that you were an adventurer, they thought you were a nerd. Oh, no, but you're really...
Seamus, looks offended, and he's like, why can't I be both?
What? That's what I said. but I didn't really know.
Well, one of the things that we did is, once we had escaped, we fashioned an item for your mother, and that was something that so she could wear, so that they couldn't ever find her. It prevents her from being scryed.
Is it the necklace she's wearing?
Why did you even try? That's what scared the shit out of me.
Lilith nods, puts her hand to the necklace around her neck there, sort of touches the gem. Yes, it's enchanted in two ways.
What is the other enchantment?
But the other changes the way I look.
Wait, do you not look like how you normally look?
What?
She looks embarrassed again.
I want to see, I want to see, I want to see, I want to see, I want to see.
I want to see, but I don't want to look disguising because that is an issue we have to worry about.
No.
Does the appearance part affect the scrying at all?
She shakes her head no.
That's what I thought. I want to see, I want to see, I want to see, I want to see.
Is it something we can see?
Promise you won't be scared.
Ooh.
I've seen some scary things, Mazel.
Wait, Lovette? I think you should genuinely take that seriously.
I will.
Okay.
I take it seriously, you're right. But we have seen some. I saw two of my closest friends die before my eyes. At this point, I'm not even more things.
Soul's counting on their fingers. It's like, Moira. Oh yeah, Kara stuff. Sorry.
Lilith will reach her hand up and touch the gem and whisper a word under her breath. And her image sort of blurs and fades. And what it's replaced by is someone who looks almost identical to your mother. The same face, the same ears, the same body size and shape. But what's changed is her skin color has changed to the same color as obsidian.
What?
Oh, that's awesome!
Why do I not look like that?
Can I make a check to know what race that is?
Sure. That's knowledge history.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it. I'm sure it's a high check. Grem knows, but Lovette needs to know.
24?
29.
24 and 29? Okay. So you both have heard of this race before. They're not really active in the world, and they're sort of either in hiding or thought to be by some to be extinct. But yeah, it is a dark elf.
Cool!
Dark elf?
No, you're half dark elf, honey.
Yes. Well, yeah. That is a lot of taking.
Your skin looks gorgeous, and Soul's kind of just staring at her.
Yes. Oh, wait, it was Mother. I do not think you look in this slightly less beautiful than you did.
Well, it's not exactly something that I'm proud of. The city I came from and the people that I was raised with are not... They're not good. The things I saw in that city, the things I was expected to do were unspeakable. When I saw your father, I saw a hope for a new life, and I had to take it.
I'm still not ashamed of you.
She gives you a hug.
Thank you for telling me this, Mother. It is your to take you all met in a romantic adventure. Oh, that could have... Oh, that reminds me. I need to tell you something. I'm gonna look over at Soul. I don't think Lovette would say anything, but I give Soul... I'm like try to describe this look visually. Kind of raised concerned eyebrows, like, it's your call if you want to stay here for this conversation. It's kind of what she's trying to communicate.
Lilith is going to reactivate the clamor.
I don't really know what this conversation is, to be
That's
honest.
fair. I know. That's her failure of communication, but that's how she'd be.
Soul shrugs in response to the look and just looks more confused.
So, I did not give you a proper introduction to Soul earlier. A brief one, but I was a little cagey because of my feelings. I don't know, I just wanted to tell you guys that because I thought I might be able to talk to you about it. I guess now that I'm here, I don't know what to say. I apologize, sorry. But this is Soul, this is the person I was in love with for a while. I'm still very much in love with. We're traveling together, but we're not a thing, so just in case any strange comments appear.
Soul stands up and walks out of the room.
I might regret that, but I wanted to get it off my chest. Give her kind of a look like, oh boy, can you go too?
Vera just kind of looks bored, like... Vera's just looking to find a dead body. Doesn't know what all this is going on. So what did Lovette do?
She kind of like head nods towards the doorway.
Fine.
Alright, we'll take this on the chat then.
Alright.
I said, like, come back to bite me.
That was brave.
Was it? I think it was very stupid.
Well, if you love something, you should go after it. That's what I did.
Yes. Well, it doesn't always work out like it did for you, I suppose. I feel like I am just unreliable, so unwantable.
Why would you feel that way?
So which parent said that? Because
we'll say Seamus says that.
My father, you've heard the things that the other gnomes have always said about me. I try to keep a strong face, but it feels like it's true sometimes.
Oh, what do they know?
Well, it's not just the gnomes. I always seem to screw everything up and we didn't offer Soul or anyone.
I don't know about all that. I think you've accomplished a lot.
Well, I suppose that we've accomplished a lot. I cannot take credit for it. It is much Archibald's as it is mine.
Well, you're the only one that can use Archibald.
I just let him do his thing. Also, Soul, when we are entering, found a sort of disguise, a magical disguise, to change our faces, and seeing my face on them made me think that maybe we look more like you. I mean, I suppose given new findings, not quite like how I meant, but you seem to exude an energy I just can't seem to get. I don't have it.
You don't know that for certain. You still
I suppose.
You still have a lot of growing up that needs to be done yet, and with that is going to come new confidence, new skills.
I suppose. I mean, I don't know. The confidence is not exactly been piling up, but I'm trying to do what I need to change things.
So, you love Soul.
I do.
Well, what have you done to get Soul's attention?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I try to be heroic, I suppose. Make the right decisions, be a good person, and to give them the things that they want.
And you feel that Soul hasn't been interested in anything you've done?
No, I don't think they are interested in anything I am. Actually, if everyone else has left, I guess I'd start speaking in Gnomish.
Okay. If Soul hasn't shown interest in you, then maybe change your tactics.
Change them how?
Well, try something novel. Try something you haven't tried so far. Be spontaneous. Maybe make the first move.
Kind of look down at my beat to shit clothes. Maybe I should take a shower, change of clothes while I'm here.
I mean, I think a declaration of love that you just tried a minute ago maybe is not the best move.
Really, so this was not my first time. We've spoken about this before. They have made their feelings on the matter clear.
I mean, if you truly feel as strongly as you do, you owe it to yourself to keep trying.
You think so?
Of course.
I don't want to make them unhappy, but okay. What should I do? How do I make the first move? So I'm married, by the way. Forgot to mention that, pal.
Oh,
They were not when we first met, but now they are.
I see. Well, that does complicate things.
Yes, it does.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure I trust him still.
The husband?
Yes. I mean, you don't pass it around, you know.
Well,
Just does not talk much.
okay. Well, so your parents are just kind of sit there with you while you're sitting on your bed, and they attempt to give you some reasonable advice.
Mm-hmm. Lovette will ask for like beauty advice from her mom as well.
Okay, and she'll give you some pointers.
Right.
Yeah. So
kind of leading this into her costume change as well.
Yeah, that's fine. So
we're not going to kill me.
So, in that case, they'll talk to you about the best thing you can do in the situation, and then they'll even get started on your clothing there. So, like, Lilith will start putting together your new outfit.
Oh, okay. Dark elf fashion is very different than what Lovette usually wears. I'm willing to believe it.
Yeah, much more bare midriff.
It's like, why don't you try this thing? It's
like, hey, how about you show off some of what you got?
It's just like, you're fucking crazy. All right. Well, I guess that's that. I don't really have anything else that I would add to it, or I figure that would take up until Lovette comes back out to meet everyone else. She's gonna bring them out actually to get the dog. I think she's gonna be like, oh yeah, I forgot we brought a dog. We need to show you.
So
now what?
Well, now you guys are waiting outside, probably in one of the common spaces in the house, and Lovette and her parents are going to return from upstairs.
Right. Yeah, she comes back and is calling for Zero. Hello.
A tiny puppy runs up to you. So less tiny puppy.
Full-size dog, basically.
It's been about a month.
It's been a month.
It's been like 2 months, hasn't it?
I guess 2, yeah. It's dog size now, probably.
Big pup with the waggly tail.
I imagine Vera just, like, went outside and just stood next to Soul without saying anything.
Vera probably just sat down.
Yeah, I figured. I think he just left the room and Soul just kind of, like, stood outside. They probably started wandering, actually.
So did you find out where we have to go?
Yeah.
Where we have to go?
Yeah, where's the body?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I know that. I mean, we all here to rest. I just wanted to have these dogs to get in out of my head.
Wait, you already know where the body is?
Well, yeah, I suspect it is in the O'Brien tomb.
Lilith, where's Moira's body?
I'm not certain entirely. I wasn't invited to the funeral.
By the way,
could you at least give me what her name looks like in Gnomish, so I can find it?
I can write that down.
So, you guys have to sleep 8 hours while I have a 4-hour meditation, and then we'll go get the body?
We should probably not speak so candidly about such things, but yeah.
Oh, I thought you trusted your parents.
That's true, I do. I think you should as well, so I appreciate it, I suppose.
Soul looks unamused.
Just kind of embarrassing. I do want to apologize for upsetting you earlier.
Upsetting me for what?
Oh, I mean...
Soul smiles.
You're not upset?
Soul doesn't answer.
Look at my parents like, what do I do?
They both kind of smile and like make moving gestures. Go on.
What? I'm sorry for this comment that made you uncomfortable. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
May I ask you a question?
Okay.
Why did you ask to be in my service?
Because I kind of look around like, well, shit. Because I knew that they would not be able to see you anymore unless this is important.
You know, the last time we were at your house, we agreed to be friends.
I do agree to be friends. I'm not pursuing you right now. But does not change how I feel. I act on my feelings in ways that benefit you, that makes you better for it, because that's all I can really do, and all I really want is to see you happy. But if I could just turn it off, I would. I really, really, really want to.
I mean, why don't you?
I can't.
Soul looks curiously at Vera.
You can do that?
I don't know. I don't know how you decide on that kind of thing.
Oh.
Don't really. It just happened.
Vera, have you never been in love?
There's no point to it.
That's okay.
Oh.
What?
No. I didn't realize you were that type of person.
Vera's eyes squint.
What do you mean?
You know, someone who just doesn't feel that way towards other people.
Well, no.
That's all.
I mean, she might. I don't know.
Do you?
No. Why?
I didn't until I met you.
Ooh.
There's really no reason for it. Like, anyone that you're within a hive with, you should treat the same anyways.
Oh, okay. I see. Soul, looks like they're taking mental notes from Vera, to be honest.
There's no reason to pick and choose who you treat better when you treat everyone as best as you can that you care about.
Well, no, but it's not about choosing who to treat the best. You can't fix everyone's problems. And there are some people that you just think about more than others.
I don't think Vera does.
That's okay. I mean, that's how you feel. It's not a choice, so.
I mean, if I'm thinking about someone more than others, wouldn't that be because their problem more?
Well, no, sometimes it's because you like something.
Like a
you just think
parasite?
about good things.
Does Soul say that?
Yeah, very quietly. Soul says like a parasite?
Well, I definitely think about them more than someone who's not doing anything wrong, right?
Oh.
Do you think about parasites more than you think about us?
Well, there's more negative emotion thinking about
Okay.
parasites.
Is there more positive emotion with anyone?
No,
Not even Mellifera?
Mellifera is different than everyone.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. Speaking of Mellifera, how did you even come across her? Were you born and just kind of knew, or how'd that whole work out?
Vera coughs.
Well, I just ended up meeting her when I was a child. She helped me, and she's the reason why I am where I am today.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Where'd you grow up?
It doesn't matter where you grew up, so.
I mean, it did for me, and obviously Lovette. I was just curious. I want to know more. I mean, we really haven't talked, and since you brought up about the whole, not having feelings towards people like that, I was just curious.
I went where the hive needed me.
Even as a child?
Well, originally I grew up around Ville.
Oh. So we were in your home turf pretty much when we met at the bar. Oh. Actually, at the bar, you were kind of beat up, weren't you? Did someone hurt you?
It's fine. It's in the past. Don't worry about it, so.
Yeah, but we could, go back and hurt whoever
No,
hurt you.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, we're really good. I mean, Archie is really...
Let's just end the conversation there, okay?
Okay, Soul just raises their hands. Okay.
We don't have to talk about
We're
it.
trying to do something. We need to prepare for finding
Wait, so-
Moira.
This is, Zero, mother, and brother. She's... Well, we need to talk to her owner for a moment. Is there, I imagine there's some public space with a high ceiling?
Yeah, the common space your girls are currently in has a high ceiling.
Right. I'll get Archibald out of his ball.
Alright, you deploy Archie.
Also-
to Archie, he's a little bigger now.
Also, after that conversation, Vera has gone more into the chair, just curled up more, put up the hood more.
Are you pouting?
No, they're just trying to retract from the interaction.
Ooh, interesting.
Archibald, I think that with how dangerous our mission is, we should leave Zero with my parents. I know you love her, and she will be safe here. We will see her again, and she'll remember you. Well, you can say goodbye to her here.
Archie goes down on one knee, and Zero, hops over, expecting playtime.
Oh, this is sad.
Yes,
I don't
it's
like
sad.
this.
I don't know what to separate my boy from his dog, but I don't want the dog to die.
To be fair, Lovette did buy the dog for herself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Partly.
So
Yes.
Archie will play with the puppy for a few more moments.
While he's doing that, I'll talk
Yeah.
to him. So is it alright if she stays with the two of you?
Oh, that would be fine. We'll take good care of her.
Please do. I really want my boy to come back to a healthy dog. So, how have we built these others? The other Gs? We have grandfather schematics. If I was the only one to get this one to work.
Oh well, we dumbed the design down a little bit.
I see. Well, it is still very quality. Of course, I would expect no less, but it's nice to see. It's not possible we thought we could take a couple of these guys with us, is it?
Oh, I'm afraid we don't have any extra right now.
It is okay. We are doing quite well with the big guy. Well, so, I kind of wanted to show you something. You inspired some ideas, and I wanted to show you, but if you're still upset, I could save it for later.
Can you tell me what it is before I go see it?
Oh, wait, I will bring it out. I'm just trying out a new look. It's silly, it's nothing. We'll just do it in the morning. It's nothing.
There's a loud throat. Hold on. There's a loud throat clearing from your mother.
It's just a normal looking thing. That,
Another loud throat clearing from your mother.
we were just talking about really nailing down that adventurer look.
Okay, so you have new clothes? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's the gist of it.
Well, then go get dressed. Jesus, you're in burnt clothing. Go.
Well, maybe, yeah, okay. Go head out.
Really? Clothes? That's...
Wait, hold on. Okay, you know what? It's not a big deal. I'll talk about it with you in the morning.
Are you gonna get changed or not?
No, just don't we need to rest?
Loud cough from your mother.
Okay, I don't really. It's not a big deal.
She's giving you the eyes now.
All right. So, how do I describe this? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that neck thing is called.
A choker.
Ascot.
No.
A bandana.
What is like the
a neckerchief.
Collar.
Cowl.
A turtleneck.
A tie.
A bow tie.
A necklace.
A leash.
A bolo tie.
Wait,
bolo tie.
did you say leash?
A noose?
Noose?
A collar.
Lovette comes back out with a noose.
No.
Luckily now Archie is tall enough, so...
Jesus. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. That's okay.
So, she comes back with a new coat, a little bit different, but it's the same color. It's got some gold bands around the arms, gold trimming in some spots. It's got like fur around the collar. I couldn't find the name of it, but she's just got like one of those like maid collar things, like the froofy ones, with her tie around that, her ascot tie deal thing. I guess she probably would have been gone for a little bit because she has like considerably more done up makeup. And instead of like the vest and the button up shirt under the coat, she just has like a corset.
Is she still wearing pants, or...?
She's still got pants. The pants are pretty much the same. They're still, like, slacks, brown slacks.
So did you want to share the picture of this, or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can, if you guys want to see it.
I'm very curious.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
She's got her belly exposed?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get your stomach sliced that way.
I must have thought it suited me, I guess.
No, it looks good.
Oh, please.
Lovette looking fine.
Your jacket looks better. It looks like it fits you a bit more.
Thank you. It's pretty comfortable.
That's good. Why the fur? Is that like Soul like turns to Lilith and is like, is fur normal for you guys too?
It's relatively common.
Huh.
I don't know if we need to make a thing about this. I'm gonna have to change again anyway.
You're changing already?
I mean, we have to sleep, don't we? I don't want to sleep in this thing. I'm home.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure you have pajamas here, comfy things to sleep in. I'm gonna go meditate in this.
Okay, wait, let's about to unpack. We're gonna just go make some big mistakes now. Okay.
I wonder if I could ask the town around a bit to figure out the exact location of Moira's body.
I don't know if we should do that. Yeah.
I could potentially scout out the O'Brien's estate if you remind me where it is.
Yeah, you can turn into a bee and look for it, right?
Exactly.
Ah, that's smart.
I trust you to be both impassionate and respectful. There.
She'll be a bee.
Well, bees are also things, so that helps, yeah.
They are. That's true.
Wait. Draw all these circles and lines right there on our map. Handy dandy little logo map.
Alright, I'll be back. I'm not going to do anything necessarily risky, so...
Please do not.
Be aware. Soul looks way too proud of themselves.
Be careful, sword. Dangerous things happen when we talk like that.
So Vera will go to the door and change into a small bee creature.
All right, you shift into a small bee creature.
Going to fly to the O'Brien estate.
Okay, you take off down the street and fly to the O'Brien estate as it was indicated on your map.
Okay, so around, is there a crypt or something by it at all?
You fly around the building and you don't see any crypts or anything. You don't see any crypts by any of the buildings.
Well, if that's the case, then I guess Vera will go underneath the windows and just look inside.
Mm-hmm.
Anything notable inside, or is it just house?
It's house, but you do see that it looks abandoned inside. Like there's sheets over all the furniture. It just looks like the house was put into mothballs almost. You don't see,
weird.
You just see dust and you don't see any people inside.
Is there a back door?
Yes.
Is anyone around the back? Like, are there any people that could see me that I can tell?
Yeah, the back door leads to like an open area in that block. That open air area is sort of like a public space.
Okay.
So there are people there doing various things. Ooh. I would almost call it a green space, but it's not very green. But it is at least open, and there are people there that are doing various activities.
Is there by chance a chimney?
Yeah, there's chimneys.
Oh.
I'd like to try to fly into that, yo.
Okay. You find a chimney, and you're small size, correct?
Correct.
It's a little tight.
Wait, did I say small? Is tiny not the...
Oh, tiny?
Tiny that...
Is it
yeah,
tiny?
I was going to go with the tiniest one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be tiny. Okay, tiny, you're fine.
As bee-like as she can be.
My apologies.
Oh, you're fine. So you're about the size of, instead of a halfling, you're the size of, like, a house cat.
Wait, I thought tiny was like a rat.
Yeah.
I think cats and rats are the same size category. Yep, I was right. Same size category.
Okay. So
we'll say you're the size of a rat, then, if that makes you feel better. So you will be the size of a rat.
It's less terrifying.
Alright, so you fly down the chimney, which is not currently lit at the bottom, which is nice, and you're able to fly into the O'Brien estate. It is silent inside.
I'm going to fly around, see if there's anything that could potentially be where remains could be put. Although it wouldn't make sense, but like a basement or anything?
Sure. So, give me a perception check.
That is a 22.
Okay. So as you're flying through the house, you do notice that there's like a thick layer of dust on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And then as you're flying, you do see like a trail in the dust that has been walked back and forth multiple times. And it leads from one of the rooms on the second floor, down the staircase, across the first floor to the kitchen. And then it also leads from that area, it diverges in like the living space to go to another door that's currently closed.
Do these look recent?
Yeah, no, it's looks like this is recent.
Oh, I love this.
I will go up to the door and I'll try to listen in.
So the pathway is either going from the second floor to the kitchen or from the second floor to this other door on the first floor.
Is it going from the
that's
second floor to the kitchen or the second floor to the door?
Yeah, but not from the kitchen to the door.
I'd like to listen at the door.
Alright, you go up to the door and you press yourself up against it, and you'll find out what's on the other side next time.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to Protagonist for the theme music, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Please leave a like or subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Until next time.